Hey everyone, welcome to our channel Coding Simplified, and in this video we'll see that how to start preparing for IT companies even from your college days. So this video is specifically for the people who are in their first year or second year or third year or even fourth year, and they are just starting their college days. So basically here we'll focus that what you should focus in your college studies so that it will help you to acquire the IT company's job offer, right? So let's start with the topic and we'll see all the things whatever we need to focus on. As soon as you are starting or wherever you are, whether you are in second year, third year or first year, fourth year, what you should focus among all these courses. So the first important part is DSA, which is data structure, or we can say it's programming skills. Now whether you are a fresher or you have the 2 year experience or the 5 years experience or even the 10 years experience, DSA will definitely be asked in every interviews. So data structure or we can say is they say that we are checking your programming skills. So they check your programming skills via the data structure topics. So in our channel we have covered DSA, all the topics we have covered related to the DSA. So I would say whether even if you are in first year, start solving the DSA problems. So DSA means data structure problems, like it contains the string questions, it contains the array questions, it contains your linked list, binary tree, BSTs, it contains your graph, and again stack, queues, and dynamic programming and whatnot, right? So I would say that from your first year to fourth year, keep solving these questions. Keep like make your habit of solving at least in even I would say that in a week at least, even if you solve the 10 questions, that would basically keep on building, and at the last you will have very good command on the data structure. So earlier you start, earlier it will help. Now the second, so this is one of the most important things interviewer ask in the technical interviews. Then I would advise you to command on any one program, any one object-oriented programming language. Now it could be C++, it could be Java, or it could be C Sharp, right? So you should command in any at least one programming language. So let's say you are in first year and you are studying Java. So I would say never leave the Java and always keep practicing on the Java, because let's say even if you are doing the DSA questions, you have to do in some programming language, right? So pick any programming language and keep on doing the stuff on that, so that when you are appearing for the interviews you have full command on that language. So the one thing that it will help in your programming skills. Second, the thing it will help is because object oriented programming is very important to design your system, because if you are aware about the object oriented programming language, then it means you are also good in your design patterns, in your low level designs, right? So it means I would advise you to command on any one object oriented programming language. So Java or C++ would be the best, I would say, or any object programming language you can pick, right? So this is very important. Also understand the concept of this, like let's say if you are picking a Java, then understand what's the concept of inheritance, abstraction. Similarly, study all the collections, then study how event handlers are happening there. Also study like how thread concepts are there in the Java, right? So whatever important concepts are there for that particular language, study properly of that particular language, right? Because generally the service-based companies ask about the object-oriented programming language, they ask the concept of these languages, right? So you should have the command of at least one language. Now it comes the communication skills. So whenever the interviewer takes the interview, this communication skill is always a one section where they mark that whether that particular interview has the good communication skill or not. So in the IT world this is very important. So I would say keep keep practicing this and keep improving your communication skills. So let's say if you are in first year or if you are in second year, you have ample time, right? So start practicing this, start reading like newspapers, or like talk to in English, or like whatever it is required to improve your communication skills. because at the starting when we are, let's say, in up to 12th class, we don't focus on this one. But when you go in the interviews, when you go in the IT world, that is very much required. So I would say, and that is why I mentioned that this is one of the focus area. So communication skills, definitely you should improve on this, right? Now apart than this, if you also cover these points, that will also be beneficial to you. Like let's say, if you just try to understand a little bit about the design patterns. So I would say here, like here you can also focus on design patterns on your, on any language. So let's say if you are covering Java, so basically it will cover in your OOPS concept as well. So let's say if you are covering Java, so when you will study on the Java, each and everything about Java concept, so you will also understand the design patterns as well. Like how design patterns, how many design patterns are there? Like we have the singleton patterns, we have the factory patterns, we have the builder patterns. So in our channel also we have this playlist of the design pattern. So go through the design patterns as well, right? So I would say like these three are the most important things that you have to do. But apart than this, once you are done with this, then you can also focus on this part. So start from the design pattern, and once you will do the design pattern, then you will also understand that how we can do the low level design. Low level design means, let's say if you are working on a component, then how we should arrange the classes, which classes should communicate with other classes, which should be the base class, which should be the subclasses, how should be the interaction between these classes. So that comes under the low level design, right? So when you will study the design pattern, that will help you to have your low level design, right? So this is also one of the important thing that interviewer asks. So you can also focus on this one as well. Now once you get so in general, system design questions generally they ask of like 2 year up to, so they basically they start about 2 year or 3 year, right? But I would say that if you have knowledge a little bit about the system level design, that will really make you on top of the stack, right? So start start at least reading some of the concept of the system level design, like what's the load balancer, what's the cache, how proxy servers works, then what is HBase, what is Hadoop, right? Like we can say like, okay, how this how the caching works, how what is the persistent caching. So basically the point is that if you have little bit knowledge about the system level designs, system level design means that when we are designing system, which are the things we should take care. Let's say if you are designing the big website, then how will handle all the servers, sorry, how will handle all the load, right? How many servers we have to put there? Shall we apply the cache there so that it will have in performance? Should we apply the indexing? Which database I should use, whether I should use the SQL or I should use the NoSQL? So all these things comes under system level design. So the point is that if you have knowledge about these points, that will definitely help you. So in our channel we have the playlist of the system design where you can get all the information about system design, right? So these are the most important thing. Then after that, if you cover also these, this will also help you a lot. Then I would say that because if you are starting the college or if you are in first year, second year, then you have ample time to learn the things. So I would say among all these topics, also develop interest in any one topic, right? Let's say if you are good at programming, then I would say that keep participating in the different contests that we have, and keep keep participating, keep involved in this thing. Now it could also happen that you have the interest in machine learning, so keep like taking the courses and keep solving the machine learning problems, and understand what are the different courses that we have in the machine learning. Do that. Similarly, you can have interest in the artificial intelligence, or you can have interest in the cloud computing, or maybe in the Android development, or maybe in the IoT or quantum computing. So I would say that at least develop the interest in any one critical area. It could be anything. It could be DBMS, it could be networking, it could be operating system. So because once you have because if you know all this thing, and apart than this, if you know any one thing in deep, then that will give you much confidence. And when the interviewer will take the interview, so you can mention them that, hey, I have interest in this particular area. Like let's say if you are saying I have interest in a machine learning, so definitely it will be very interesting. Or let's say if you say that I have interest in Android development, And in fact, like if you have developed like 3-4 applications, even they are not big, even they are small, that will also help you, because it will make an impression that this person is very interested in the technology. And if you have deep knowledge about any one topic, then definitely it will make you on top of the rank, right? So I would say, like again, like just focus on one area at least among all these topics, right? So I would say these are the main focus areas where we should focus when we are in the college. Now, my plan is to not ruin your college, because college is one area where we should enjoy and where we should keep learning any new stuff, like an extracurricular activities are also very important. But what my aim is, where you should focus the most. So if you know these things, that okay, I should always focus on data structure, I should always focus on programming, right? So at least even if you cover these two things in your entire 4 year, then also you will get confident every time. And whenever you are going for interview, you will be very confident, at least even if you are doing these two things. So that was my aim, to tell you all this, that in which area we should focus when you are in college days, right? So I hope you might have liked the video, and in case you have any doubts or anything coming to your mind that is also important, or what we should focus or not focus, please mention that thing also in the comment section, and we can have the healthy discussions on that. So yeah, that's all for the video, and please like the video if you have liked the video, and please subscribe the channel for more such videos. Thank you.